Hello, YouTube friends. Today I'm going to be playing this visual novel called Rewritten that I found on my YouTube feed, or not YouTube, my itch.io feed. Full transparency, this is my third time trying to record this. I'm new at this, okay? So just bear with me. The first time, the music was too loud, and I forgot to turn it down. So we're going to double check. Music is turned down. All right, we're good. The second time, my mic wasn't being recorded, picked up by OBS. So I'm going to double check, make sure my mic is being detected. Yes, I can see the little thing going up and down. Mic is being detected. Okay, good. There is no music, so on this first page. I played this game a couple times, so I already kind of know I'm familiar with the characters and the kind of voices I'm going to do because, yes, there's no voice acting, so I'm going to do the voices myself, and I am not a voice actor, okay? So my experience is reading bedtime stories to my kid and doing silly voices because it makes them laugh. And so that's what's going to happen, and it's okay if you laugh at me and, make fun. It's okay. I can take it. I'm a big girl. But, yeah. I've really been enjoying this. I really like the characters, like the art style, writing's great, it's all great. So I am determined to get this video done right. On top of that, my son is home. They've been working, doing construction, so, whatever. It is what it is. But I am determined to make this work, okay? So let's get started. What's your name? My name is Gales. Creativity is a fickle mistress. By that I mean she visited me once, made me get a degree in English literature, then abandoned me for some schmuck with a rich uncle and Hollywood connections. But I'm not bitter. No, I'm just a little bit in a rut. I need a change of pace and some new surroundings to really get my imagination moving. That's why I jumped on the opportunity to come out here. My aunt owns a bookstore and asked if I was free to help her out this fall. She normally runs the place alone, but she got some remodeling done and wants an extra set of hands to help reopen the place. Hopefully a quiet season, surrounded by all those books, is just what I need to kickstart my own novel. So the main character's a writer. That's great. Very relatable. Because I write, kind of. I write visual novels anyway. Wow. Now, this is a building with some atmosphere. I just know I'll come up with something living in a place like this. Auntie, I'm here. Hello? Okay, I guess she's out on the town. I lug my bags out of my car and into the dusty bookshop. I wonder what renovations she did. I drop my backpack on the floor, and it kicks up a cloud of dust so big I start to cough. Jeez, the place looks like no one's been in here for years. And it does, which is really weird. Like, it's covered in spider webs, there's dirt all over. The counter looks cracked. I am very curious as to why Auntie left it like this. It's a very strange mystery. I wander over to the sales counter. Maybe she's hiding behind it, waiting to scare me. She's kind of an oddball like that. Auntie! Oh, hello. There's a letter on the counter addressed to me. Hey, Gales, the renovation process was so much work I really needed to take a break, so I'll be on vacation for the weekend. I still need the store to be cleaned and presentable for opening day on Monday. She expects me to open by Monday? That means I have only like 3 days. There's no food in the fridge, but I left money in the register for you to buy whatever you want along with whatever supplies you need for the whole display. I'm gonna starve to death. Which I have to say, the no food in the fridge thing is really freaky. I mean, what is this aunt? I mean, even people who usually order takeout will have like soda or milk or something in their fridge. It's just very strange that this lady left her fridge completely empty. Spoiler alert. But don't worry, I wouldn't ask you to do it alone. Help is on the way. In the meantime, pick out a few books to snuggle up with tonight. Ta-ta! Love your auntie. Great. Now I'm here in this dusty old bookstore with a million things to do and 3 days to do them. Damn. And what did she mean by help is on the way anyway? I barely know my auntie, but I always got the vibe that she was pretty nice. Too nice to abandon me in a bookstore anyway. Well, hopefully the room is livable. She said the loft upstairs was all mine for the fall, so I should shoulder all my stuff and carry it upstairs. Hey, sweet digs. At least I'm getting taken advantage of in style. Which I have to say, I'm not dissing the art or anything, but the style of it looks like an old lady lives here. Which is fair, because, I mean, it's the aunt owns it, and the aunt's probably old, since, yeah. But I'm starting to question Gail's taste, because apparently she likes old lady furniture, I'm just saying. Unless, maybe she was being sarcastic, but I don't know. I didn't see the sarcastic anyway. I take a peek behind all the doors and find one that leads to the guest room. Not too shabby at all. I spent a little time unpacking, but I didn't really bring too much to unpack in the first place. Well, Gales, it's going to be some heavy lifting for the first few days, but I think we can make this work. Just think of all the inspiration hiding in those bookcases downstairs. Okay, so this is something that I see quite a bit of in visual novels, and it always kind of bugs me. We have the main character who's narrating the story, and then she's also talking to herself. So sometimes it goes back and forth between her talking to herself and her narrating the story, and to me that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Most people don't talk to themselves in full paragraphs. Maybe they'll say one or two things like, oh shoot, I forgot my keys, or something like that. That is common. But having a full conversation with yourself is just not normal usually. So it's kind of weird and kind of awkward to see in visual novels. I mean, most people probably won't notice it. I only notice it because I played a lot of visual novels. I read a lot of books, and I write visual novels as well. So it's just something that I usually pick up on, and it just thought I'd point that out. To me, it makes more sense to just keep narrating. Anyway, speaking of, I am under strict orders from my aunt to steal some books, so the real crime would be not to do that. I mean, you're not really stealing if she's saying, you can have them to read. But yeah, I love books. I would totally do that. Before we go, let's look at the room. Looks pretty good. I'd like to live there. My only thing is the bed looks a little small. Especially, this is an adult, right? It kind of looks like a child's bed. I'm an adult though, I like to spread out. I like to move around and stuff. So that bed size would not fit my needs. But other than that, looks like a good room. I'd like to live there. Very nice. I head downstairs and begin to peruse. Oh, I had no idea these even existed. I picked up a volume titled A Collection of the Curious Case Files of Amos Easterbrook. Really like the mock-up cover. Looks very mysterious, which is good because it's, a mystery book. But it's a mystery book for kids, so it does look a little unusual for a mystery book meant for kids, because usually you expect that to be more bright and colorful and quirky. This looks kind of a little dark and mysterious. But Gales points that out. He used to be my favorite character back when I read the Beatrice Reed's Junior Detective Agency series. He seems so smart, always helping her with her cases. Pretty surprised. See, once again, she goes from talking to herself to narrating, and it's just, why? Pretty surprised he got his own spinoff, though. I imagine the demographic reading a child detective series isn't going to be super interested in a solo story about her adult mentor. Guess I better give it a try for nostalgia's sake. Wandering down the aisle a little more, I find myself in the good old fantasy section. Ah, the fantasy section. I love fantasy. Read it. You read that one. That is very true. I love fantasy. I do not like reading the same book twice unless I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. But even then, I'll usually just skip ahead to my favorite parts. Because there's so many books out there and so little time, I don't like to read the same books over and over again. I like to read new books. Give something new a try. Man, maybe I should get my fantasy addiction checked out. There's nothing left for me to read. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being addicted to fantasy. It doesn't matter what you read as long as you're reading. Don't doubt, Gail. Embrace the love of fantasy. Embrace the dragons. Now hold on a minute. Who are you? I pick up a tattered copy of some fantasy novel I'd even heard of. The Monsters of Dreadmire. Huh. I love a dragon or two. A dragon or two. I love all the dragons, man. Give me some dragons. And yeah, this does look like a book I'd probably pick up. It's got a dragon on the cover. Dragon looked like it's about to get speared, but pretty cool, yeah. The cover art tells me it's probably going to star a kind of monster slayer who protects a village or something. Where some say cliched, I say classic. Indeed, yes, love that. I stick it under my arm next to my other and turned to shuffle back to my room. I can read. Unfortunately, I don't make it 3 steps before I fall flat on my face. Oof. Gail's is kind of a klutz, I'm just saying it. What the... I cast my best evil eye at the book on the floor, hoping to set it on fire with my mind. Little extreme, Gales, but okay. But then the title catches my eye. Captain Morgan McAllister, Prisoner of the Pacific. I remember that one from the high school reading list. I think it's about a pirate or something. I always thought it looked like an intimidating read, but all my English profs went gaga over it, so I think I should give it a try. Expand my mind a little. I pick it up and try to fit it under my arm with the others, but it's significantly heftier. I'm feeling a little intimidated all over again. That's not true. I like big and hefty books. More to read. I search around for the smallest book I can find just to give myself a chance. The Blue Ribbon and Other Fairy Tales. I love this image. So cute. So adorable. Perfect. But, it says, the Blue Ribbon. It's got about 12 pages and lots of pictures. I can do that. So, fairy tales. I've read quite a few fairy tales. They're usually a few pages long. So, if there's only 12 pages and this is multiple of them, and there's pictures on top of that, I'm guessing it's more nursery rhyme-y than fairy tale-ish. Just pointing that out. Fairy tales are always relaxing, and flipping through it, the illustrations look so cute. I stand up, but since holding all these books, I'm a little off balance and I stumble into the shelf. Oof, again. I hear the telltale flutter sound of a paperback falling to the floor. I duck, scared it was going to hit me in the head on its way down. Sorry. Luckily, the poor little thing fell on its spine and didn't bend any pages. The botanist from Planet X, huh? Come on with me. We'll see what all that Planet X stuff is about. Sci-fi kind of scares me, but it's always got such interesting things to say. I can't help myself. How is sci-fi scary? I mean, I've read sci-fi. Usually it goes over my head because it's not really my genre. So, like the technology and lingo and space and scientific terms and all that, usually, but I can follow along. I can usually still understand what's going on. I don't really get how it's scary, though. I mean, from my experience anyway, fantasy tends to be more darker than sci-fi. So if she's a fantasy nerd, then I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. Deciding this armful of books would keep me satisfied for at least the weekend. I head upstairs. Well, I guess it's not like I haven't gotten anything out of this deal. I'll worry about all the stuff I've got to do tomorrow. Tonight it's just me, my books, and a cup of tea. That is, if Auntie left me any tea bags. I set down the books next to the armchair, turning to check the kitchen space for tea. Whoa! The floorboards shake, and I hear the books fall off the end of the table. I turn around to see... Da-da-da-da! Like magic, 5 handsome men appear in my room. Love these character designs. You could already, like I said, I played this a couple times already. Not all the way through, but enough to get a feel for the characters. So, but even if I hadn't, even if I had no idea what these characters were like, you can still kind of get a sense just from the illustrations. And that's how you know it's good character design, good illustration. Yeah. Beautiful to see. No, not like magic. It's definitely magic. They're rising right out of the pages. I mean, yeah, look at all the sparkles, Gales. That's definitely magic. There's no doubt. Glowy books. Great. Sorry, I keep going back and forth between my mouse. I'm trying not to get the mouse because I'm sure Mike is picking up my clicking, so I'll try to stick with the controller. The 5 of them look around, seeming curious but not surprised. I think this is Rosemel? I forget their name. Hello! It's so nice to finally meet you! The little pink man puts out his hand for me to shake. I have no idea who this is. How's it going? Whoa, this guy's huge. This guy's even huger. Hey, quit your quaking. You're the one who called us. Oh, pretty sure that's the scientist guy. Hey, quit your quacking. You're the one who called us. Didn't know guys could get this huge. Or maybe not, because he doesn't look that tall. I have no idea. That's definitely the pirate. I know that. Kind of a liver lover. Forgive my lack of accents. I'm American. I speak American. Kind of a liver Archia. Blah. Please, if this is the summoner, I should hope they're made of stronger stuff than that. Who are you guys? Well, my name is Emma Easterbrook, whatever. No, I know who you are, but, I mean, what did you come from? I can read, I swear. No, I know who you are, but I mean, where did you come from? How did you get here? What was all that? Well, I live on Ivy Avenue, and... They want to know about the magic, you buffoon. Oh, sorry. It's simple. You chose the books you loved the most, and magic brought us here to love you back. I mean, it's not quite true. I'm just picking books that I haven't read before. I was told we were here to clean. There's a general murmur of agreement among the mystery men. So, we know that they know they're here to clean, which means they've probably been here before. But I'm just saying, they did a pretty crappy job, because this place is a mess. So, it makes me kind of suspicious about the aunt. Like, who is the aunt? We'll touch on that later. Well, I was summoned by the power of love anyway. It's a little soon to be talking about love, right? Yes, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. You do not talk about love at the beginning of a visual novel with people that just met. No. True love does not exist. That is called lust. It is okay if the characters believe that they're in love, but if the narrator believes that they're in love, then no, there's an issue. Not that I don't like you anything, it's just, we just met. No, we're cool, dude. I agree. Totally agree. But we are here to help. Okay. So, Your magical book creatures summoned here to help me do chores. Yes. That seems like a gross misuse of incredible power. I mean, I'd be fine with it. If, if men wanted to do my chores, then get to work. I mean, go ahead. I'm not gonna complain. Yes, try to keep up. I take a second to process this, looking between their expectant faces. My auntie is some piece of work. That I agree with. I have no idea what auntie is. She knows about these men, doesn't tell us about it, doesn't leave food in her fridge. Her place is a mess. What? Okay, hold it together. Should we do introductions? I don't really know the etiquette for this situation. There is general nodding and shrugging, so I push forward. I point at the man in the trench coat. You said your name was Amos. Oh yeah, that's right. My name is Amos Easterbrook, private investigator extraordinaire, puzzle addict, and world-class pancake flipper. Which is great, because I love pancakes, so yeah, that could be his job. He can make me pancakes. And that's just what I put on my resume. You'd think a PI would be more serious, but this guy seems like kind of a goofball. The little pink one tries to push his way to the front of the crowd, but ends up squeezing through the gaps instead. Hi, I'm Rosamel, charmed, I'm sure. He's got a light European accent, which I can't do. I couldn't place when we first started talking, but now I'm certain it's German. He extends a hand. I panic and high-five him. I mean, to be fair, Gale's, yes, they're an introvert, obviously, and they just had 5 magical men appear in the room, so yeah, I'd probably be a little out of sorts, too. He blinks in surprise and laughs it off, but I see him shake his head in pain. Hand in pain. And you, night guy. Klaus. Klaus? Son of Ross. Okay. Son of Jengus, son of Rothmeyer, the Ironhearted, slayer of dragons. Thanks for the lore. He nods stiffly. Trying to get conversation out of this guy is like pulling teeth, but at least he's easy on the eyes. See, I think I don't really like this statement, because 1, it's shallow, which is ew. 2, I mean, Gales is a fantasy nerd, we already established that. Fantasy characters usually introduce themselves this way, so I don't think they'd be so surprised. And I mean, thirdly, they just met the guy. I mean, yes, we can already get a sense he's a strong silent type, but I mean, what's wrong with that? I like strong silent types. Let's just chill in a room and not say anything together. That sounds great to me. So, I think they're being a little too judgmental here. But I'm not one to talk. I'm judgmental too. So, it is what it is. And fine. It would be ridiculous if you had not already heard of me, but for formality's sake, I'll make a shorthanded introduction. My name is Dr. Vincent Asimov Nightshade. I have 7 PhDs in botany, xenobotany, interterrestrial botany, genetic manipulation. He's still talking. And now Gales is making fun of somebody for talking too much. Okay, Gales. Let people be people. I have designed 13 species of flower and 5 new species of maize, and just for fun, I also have a doctorate in media studies. Congratulations. And I have no criminal record. That's because that would require evidence, and I assure you, attempting to catch me slipping up is a fool's errand. So you're saying they don't have any dirt on you, which would be ironic since you're a botanist. Gales made a dad joke. He's glaring at me. So you probably have a dirt on you, a lot and stuff. I don't think he's gonna laugh, Gales. I think you should probably stop. Nightshade looks at me like he's seen more pleasant, half-rotted compost heaps. Amos gives me a high five. Nice one. Dirt. I like Amos. He's great. Nightshade's a little full of himself, but I can't deny that he does sound really impressive. I guess when you have that many PhDs, you're allowed to be stuck up. I turn to the last guy in the room. I feel like I've seen his face before on English classroom posters. And you? Morgan McAllister, sea captain. Nice to meet you. He huffs through his nostrils like a bull and turns away. I'm thinking he's not a very social guy. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water. It's good to stay hydrated. I should drink water, you should drink water, we should also drink more water, especially since I'm doing a lot of talking. And I'm Gales. I'm an author, sorta. I guess I'm in charge here until my aunt gets back. So, now what? Well, we were brought here to help you out, so I think that's up to you. You're willing slaves! Command us as you wish. Well, I'm not sure I have any jobs for you yet. I just got here. Long drive, you know. I'm pretty tired. I mean, I saw a whole bunch of spider webs down there, Gales. I would probably have them get rid of those because I am not a fan of spiders. Just saying. I fake a yawn and stretch. Probably gonna hit the hay myself. The men stare at me. Do you guys know where you're gonna go for the night? I mean, they just got here, Gales. I don't think they have a hotel room or anything. They just came out of books. We'll keep watch while you slumber. No, go to sleep. As you wish. Klaus leans up against a wall and seems to fall asleep instantly. Yep, he's gone. Where's the bathroom? I have research to do that requires water access. It's over there. Are you sure you... Nightshade shoulders past Rosamel and disappears into the bathroom. I hear the lock click. The rest of the men look at me expectantly. I must have looked a little distressed because Amos put a hand on my shoulder. Don't worry, I'll wrangle them. You go to sleep. Thanks, Amos. Sweet dreams! I walk into my bedroom and lay down, unsure if they're going to be there when I wake up. When my alarm goes off the next morning, I feel simultaneously like I've been asleep for 5 minutes and 100 years. Neither are ideal. Ugh, what a weird dream. I guess that's the kind of stuff your brain comes up with when you move into a bookstore. Good morning, darling. Ah! I brought you a muffin to start your day. Rosamel, you can't just come into sleeping people's rooms. Don't be silly. If that was a rule, why would it... What would have become of poor Sleeping Beauty? Where did you get that muffin from? The kitchen. The kitchen, of course. I thought we didn't have any food. Get out of here so I can get dressed. Go on, shoot. Rosamel skips out the door, leaving the muffin on the bedside table. I get dressed quickly and step out of my room to see the bookmen from last night sitting at my kitchen table. Hi. Did you sleep well? I didn't. Sorry to hear that. Your couch is lumpy. Amos taps Nightshade on the shoulder and shakes his head. Muffin. Klaus pushes another muffin into my hands. Now I'm just standing here holding 2 muffins. What is happening? Where did you get these? You didn't steal them right. I didn't know we had the ingredients for muffins. I'll go with this one, because the other one sounds like I'm accusing them. Anything is possible with the power of love. I don't think that's right. I bought him next door. I'm glad my money is good here. Wait, does it count as counterfeit if it's real money in my world? Maybe I should bring them back. It's a little late for that. Just be grateful for what you've got. Mac takes a big bite out of his muffin to accentuate his point. Enough with the muffins. Earlier I found the schedule left by the true owner of this establishment. He hands the slip of the paper to me, which reads, the do list. Day 1, clean up the place. Day 2, buy supplies, see back and note for a list of what we need. Day 3, design something fun for the display case. With love, Auntie. Well, according to this, I guess we need to start cleaning up. Let's start right after breakfast. After we finish our muffins, we walk downstairs into the shop. The boys each take off in a different direction, like they already knew what to do. I guess I should pick a spot too. Who should I go check on? So they definitely have been either told that they're gonna be here to clean, or they've done this before. Which if they've done this before, then yeah, they did a bad job. This place is gross. Let's see. We'll just go with the first one. Everyone's already started their chores. I guess I should start pulling my weight too. I look around the shop for something to do. I'll wipe down the window. As I grab the spray and walk over, Rosamel and Klaus cross in front of me. Klaus is carrying a large box and Rosamel is sweeping as they walk. You're a knight, aren't you? Yes. Oh, I just knew it! You look like a knight, so noble and strong. I watch Klaus walk in front of the store to grab another box. Rosamel follows him at his heels. Does your sword have a name? Is it heavy? Have you ever fought a dragon? Klaus looks out of his element. I should probably say something. So, you're both from fantasy series. I can see the resemblance? That's right! Aren't you clever? Though I'm afraid I'm no knight like him. I'm a poet, mostly. How lucky that I can keep working in this unusual land, as I have found such fabulous source of inspiration. Which is... And so funny, too. Oh, girls, you're so cute I could die. Oh, what? Are you a poet, too? Wait, what am I doing? Why would I tease such a scary-looking guy? I guess when he smiled, he just looked kind of cute. Okay, so 2 things. One, I don't think he's scary. He looks... I mean, yes, he's a knight. He comes from a fantasy world. And yes, he does have a sword, but he looks very calm and, you know, composed. He doesn't look threatening at all. I mean, if he was coming at me with a sword, then yeah, I would be probably freaking out and think he's very scary. But just by the ways, he seems pretty chill. I don't think he's scary at all. And secondly, I don't think he's... I mean... Cute... Rosamel's cute. I don't think Klaus is cute. Handsome and gruff and roguish maybe, but... I mean, that's kind of cute. The blushy face is kind of cute. That I might describe as cute, but he himself, more handsome than cute, I'd say. Without saying anything, he grabs another box. When he does, a huge black spider crawls out from underneath it. Ah! Kill it, Klaus! Kill it! Whoa. Ah! Ah! Oh! Look! How fun! Don't fear, I am quite in touch with nature. Allow me to take care of this. He's talking tough, but I've never seen anyone tremble so hard. I will handle this. Klaus lifts his leg to stomp it. Yes, do it. Kill the spider. No, no, you mustn't. There is no need for violence. We can reason with it. Yeah, I don't like spiders. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I'm with Klaus. Definitely. Klaus nods and brings his boot down. The spider reappears a second later unscathed. Boo! Klaus unsheaths his sword. Yes, do it! Kill it. Murder it. Do it. That might be overkill. Wow, a knight in action! I mean, kindness to all Earth's creatures! No, don't be kind to spiders. Kill them. They're mean. They're evil. Just kill them. They both lunge for the spider and crack their heads together. The spider escapes under the door. Good work, fellas. After we are done cleaning, the shop seems a little more put together. It's easier to imagine it open, but still, would I really be able to achieve that by Monday? So, when are we being fed? Don't be rude. But he's right. I'm hungry. Yeah, we should get some grub. Pizza? Bless you! No, it's the food. Never mind. Do not worry. I will make us a feast. I don't think we have that many ingredients around. We follow Klaus up to the kitchen. There's some snack foods that are around the counters, but they're nothing you can make a dinner out of. At least, not now that I've graduated college. I can make a meal out of anything. Klaus walks over to the refrigerator to see what he had to work with. Okay, there's nothing in the fridge but a banana. And I mean, I don't keep bananas in the fridge. That's just weird to me. But it's like a moldy old banana. And I mean, look at the fridge. It's like clean. I mean, so the auntie clearly did not use her fridge at all. Which is weird. And it really makes me question what auntie is. But whatever. Perhaps not. We'll go grocery shopping tomorrow. I could go for pizza. Been a while since I got a nice pie. I look around and everyone seems to be nodding along, even if some of their faces clearly have no idea what he's talking about. Ooh, pies! Let's get apple. I'm a strawberry man myself. Pizza is a savory food. It's got like cheese. I'm sure you guys will like it. Everyone likes pizza, as long as no one has any allergies. Amos looks around the crowd, but most of them look confused. What is an allergy? A weakness. One I will not be sharing with the likes of you. So, is that a yes or a no on the allergies? I can't order pizza if you don't tell us what you can and can't eat, dude. Don't put any cheese on mine. It took us some time, but we settled on 4 large pizzas and a smaller one for Dr. Nightshade. Oh boy, this is gonna eat up the money my auntie left. Still... It's sort of nice eating together like this. What the charming food stuff! Alright, let's admire the picture for a second. This is great. Love the characters, love the designs. Yeah, you could, like, even without the words, you can totally get a feel of what's going on. And you know, if the picture says 1,000 words, it's great. Great illustration. Klaus still seems to be haunted by what he saw in the fridge. Yes, I would be too, Klaus. I am very suspicious of what auntie is at this point. This pie is magnificent. Mac is 3/4 of the way through a large pizza and eating like he's expecting one of the others to swoop down and swipe his plate from him, maybe because he's eyeing Rosamel's leftovers. Good thing we've got so many pizzas. Nightshade keeps picking toppings off his pizza. He's the one who picked them. You don't like the onions? Or the tomatoes? Normally, I prefer my own strains of vegetable. These are subpar. Oh? What kind of vegetables do you normally have? Strain A17, B52 is particularly good with this kind of carbohydrate-based food. Strain A17? Sorry. It's a kind of bitter leaf vegetable based on crops found in the Andromeda galaxy. It's hardy in low temperatures, which makes it ideal for cultivation. He has a lot to say about his work with space pants that honestly I don't understand. I mean, I understood most of that. I know what Andromeda is. I played Mass Effect, you know. Cultivation, that's just farming. I mean, the only thing I don't understand is the species of plant he's talking about, but clearly it's just a type of experiment or something that he's been working on. I mean, it's pretty easy to fill in that kind of context, so I don't know. He looks really happy to have someone to listen to him, though. You sure are knowledgeable about pizza, buddy. Yeah. And that brief happiness is gone. Still, it's nice to have such a lively meal. Food always tastes better when you share it with other people. It's sort of funny how we've quickly begun to get along, like we had known each other for a long time. Pretty soon, the pizza is gone, and they file out of the kitchen. The day was over, and as extraordinary as it was, I think it was a good one. Beep, 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 beep. My alarm goes off, and I groan, hiding under my head under the pillows. Shut up! I'm sleeping! I try to sleep without turning it off, just in case I can get away with not moving a muscle for the next 15 minutes. Beep, 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 beep. I mean, who tries to sleep through their alarm? You just hit the snooze button, right? Doesn't everybody do that? I mean, who tries to actually sleep with that annoying sound? Turn off that blasted racket. Yeah, I'm with Nightshade on this. Gale's is sleeping, Doctor. Shh. Not my fault. I hear heavy tramping outside my door, then bam, bam, bam. Wake up, Gales, or at least silence that noise. Well, here's to a brand new day. I get dressed quickly and head to the kitchen, still rubbing sleep from my eyes. Everyone else seems to be there already, but at different stages of awakeness. Good morning, Gales. Sleep well? Hello! Don't you look radiant today? Morning. What took you so long? Morning, guys. Though you look chipper. Well, some of you. What's on the docket for today, Gales? I take the crumpled schedule out of my pocket and squint at it. To-do list. Day 1, clean up the place. Taken care of. Day 2, buy supplies. See back a note for list of what we need. Looks like we gotta go shopping. I hear a few stomach growls. I think we better go soon. I'm starving. I'll be keen to clean up the place. Clean up around the shop while you're gone. I hate dealing with fishmongers and the like. And I'm going back to sleep. I was up till all hours last night working. Oh no, I'm not carrying all the groceries back alone. I'll help. Me too. Thank you, but no exceptions. Everyone, be ready in the car in 20 minutes. We were all packed up and ready to go in about 45 minutes. It was a tight fit in the car, but we made it. I don't know how much space there's going to be for groceries, though. Okay, guys. Well, now that we're here, I think it's time for a little divide and conquer. I like the name of the cereal boxes. Warmos, Beezy, Breaky, Berry Bears, Wheat Cubes, Wheat Stars, Okay, guys, well, now that we're here, I think it's time for a little divide and conquer. Always a good strategy for catching your enemies unawares. Yeah, well, in this case, our enemies are tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. Tomatoes, like spiders, are also enemies. Yes, that is a good point, Gail. Tomatoes I like if you chop them up into little itty-bitty pieces. That's the only time they're good, in my opinion. Don't like the slimy texture. Anyway, we need supplies for the display case and food for our food. So let's split up into 2 teams. Mac, Nightshade, and Klaus begin to grumble amongst themselves while Amos and Rosamel listen with rapt attention. Okay, guys, how about Rosamel and I go find all the craft supplies while Klaus and Nightshade put on their cooking and botany skills together to pick out the freshest ingredient for our gales. And why don't you tag along with them, Mac? It'll be good for you to socialize. That's so. Yeah, great idea, Amos. What should I do? You can go with whoever you like. Okay, I'm going to go get like a dozen toothbrushes because I assume you guys didn't pack any. So you still need to brush your teeth, being fictional and all. I mean, that's kind of rude. I think you could have chosen your words a bit better there, Gales. They all look at me. Yes. No. What's that? You know what? I'm just gonna grab a lot of soap too while I'm at it. Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. We disperse and I head off to the hygiene aisle. After I grab what I need here, I'll catch back up with one of the groups. I'll go join. I'm putting the last of the deodorants into my cart when I hear a sharp Oh, Doctor, you scared me. What's up? Where are Mac and Klaus? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you about. They're up to shenanigans. Shenanigans? Shenanigans. That's what I said. Keep up. Yeah, I'm with Nightshade on this too, Gales. I raise an eyebrow at him and he adjusts his goggles. I'm asking you to intervene before they make more of a scene than they already have. My stomach drops. I don't get that. Okay. A scene? My mind immediately goes to all the ways those 2 meatheads could be beating each other to a pulp. Hurry, or I won't be responsible for what happens while you're dawdling. I don't know, they seem pretty chill to me. I drop the deodorants into the cart and follow him. You think you're the big man around town, do ye? Well, just wait and see, I'll wipe the floor with ye. A test of strength. I am undefeated. Then kiss your record goodbye, matey. Ha ha ha. I skid around the corner, picking up speed when I hear that the fight is about to start, only to be greeted by something completely unexpected. Let the games begin. First, pepper. Klaus and Mac are standing at the free samples counter with a platter of various chili peppers lined up in front of them. You see, buffoons. What are they doing? Oh, Gales, perfect timing. Judge our little contest. Agreed. We need an impartial witness. Don't indulge them, please. Without waiting for my answer, Klaus and Mac both lower the peppers into their mouths. Child's play! Next pepper! They pop the next one into their mouths. The lady behind the counter is giggling and filming them on her phone. Yeah, I would too, given how they're dressed and that they're having this, random food tasting competition. It's kind of silly. Hardly a tickle. Gales, Please kill me. Don't be such a buzzkill. Another! Spicier! They both picked up the third and final pepper and they're shaking hands, both hesitating to eat. You gonna back down, you chicken-hearted bilge rat? I don't flinch. They down their peppers. Ugh. Arrgh. Never mind. I think the peppers got them first. See? Yeah, that's the spirit. You're an evil scientist guy. You should be loving this sort of thing. Oh my god. I rush over to check on them. The lady behind the counter is cackling too hard to help. My two of her customers just dropped to the floor. Maybe she thinks they're actors or something. Gills. Who won? I mean, I didn't really see who went down first, so I'll say nobody. We all lost. What are you doing? Klaus and Mac look at me for a moment, then slump to the floor. Especially me, since I had to see the thing from the start. Thanks for coming to get me, Nightshade. At least now I know I have to lug 2 dead bodies out of a supermarket. At your service. Though really, I just didn't want to have to do that myself. Nightshade walks off with the cart and the shopping list. I don't think he's coming back. We managed to get everything we needed from the store and somehow make it back to the bookshop in one trip. Once everything had been put in its proper place, the guys turned to me for guidance. What now? That's all we had to get done today, so I guess we get the rest of the day off. Finally, a break. If you need us for anything, just tell us. I won't have to. I'm going on break too. I need to relax. Well, if you need us for any help relaxing, just tell us. I think I'm good, Rosamel. I'm pretty sure I can relax on my own, but thanks. All right. The boys scatter and I return to my room. I flop into my bed and scroll through my phone for a while. The time gets away from me and I decide I have got to find something more fun to do with my day before it's over. I just have to decide what. So I'm gonna save here. Now all this sounds fun to me, honestly. Going for a boat ride, go for a walk, check out art exhibit, go to Botanic Garden, and get some ice cream. I mean, that sounds like a fun day to me. I did this once before. I did the Botanic Garden one, and it was the scientist guy, which makes sense because, you know, he's a sci-fi botanist or whatever. And I really enjoyed it. It was hilarious. Loved it. But I want to do something different. Let's just go for a walk. That sounds nice. Ooh, nature park. Yeah, see, that sounds fun. I remember seeing a nature park nearby when I drove up. Might be nice to stretch my legs and get a little fresh air. Maybe Klaus would come with me. He seems adventurous and athletic. Yeah. See, it gives you an idea and it lets you rethink, you know, if you don't like that idea, if you want to choose somebody else. But I like Klaus, so yeah, that sounds fun. Klaus and Nightshade are in the kitchen staring at the snacks like they had never seen them before. I guess it's likely they haven't. Don't touch that. I'm taking inventory. Klaus put down the box of cookies he had been inspecting. The carbohydrate levels, and just one of these. Repulsive, but efficient. Right. Are you two in the middle of something? As if. Please refrain from associating me with this oaf. Do you need something? Yikes, what a set of glares. Those two are so intimidating. I mean, I don't really feel intimidated. I'd just probably glare right back. Well, I was planning on going for a walk, and I thought you might like to come with. Walk? Well, you could do adventure stuff, right? There's no dragons to slay around here, but the exercise might be nice. Excellent idea. Take him for a walk and leave me to my work. Take him for a walk like he's a dog. Poor Klaus. If it pleases you, I will accompany you. Okay. Great. I really wasn't sure if he'd say yes. He's so quiet, it's hard to get a read on his personality. I mean, yeah, but quiet is kind of a personality trait. Introverted, yeah, that's a thing. Hopefully this will be my chance to get to know him more. Which way? Well, it's not far from here, but let's take the car. We'll be sick of walking by the time we go home, I bet. I mean, no, I've been on walks and I could walk for just about pretty far. Probably at least 10 miles without getting tired. Maybe longer if I wanted to push myself, but definitely 10 miles would be doable, I'd say. Not even a smile for that one, huh? Wait, unless... Do you know what a car is? Like the thing we rode to the store. Your land is home to many mysteries. It's a nice day for being outside. Though looking at Klaus, he's not really dressed for that. Are you going to be too hot in that outfit? I mean, he could take it off if he really wants to. Why not take your shirt? Tempting. But yeah, we'll not do the pervy route. I am fine. It is suited for a variety of weather. I am better prepared with it than without it. Well, there's not much to be prepared for, but as long as you're comfortable. Let's go. We start walking down the tree-lined dirt path, the red and yellow leaves raining down gently in the breeze. Occasionally we pass someone, but the trail is mostly quiet. Beautiful descriptions. Really nice descriptions in the last one I did, the botany one. Really like that one. I like the background. Like the background here, too. Looks really nice. Good job. Except for the birdsong, I close my eyes, taking a deep breath. I haven't had time to really slow down like this since school. Yes, I love walking through forests. It does have a really nice calming effect. You know, if you ever feel really stressed, you know, and you feel like things are too much, and you just take a slow, nice, quiet walk through a forest, and it's so calming and relaxing and cleansing, you know. Very nice. It's nice. It is nice, yes. Klaus is looking ahead of us. He seems to be scanning the woods for something. I'm not sure. Is it difficult adjusting to such a different world? Some things are different. But this is the same. Aw, that's nice. He gestures broadly to the trees and the dirt under our feet and the way the leaves crunch under our boots. Between saving damsels in distress and dragon fighting, I guess there's a lot of walking like this. I wouldn't have pegged being a knight as a peaceful job, but there's probably a lot of slow moments like this. The traveling is quiet. Do you like that? I think so. I think it's nice in small doses, but it would drive me crazy after a while. I love to talk. I'm pretty strong silent type myself. I mean, I have something to say, I'm gonna say it, but I don't really like to talk. I'm kind of with Klaus on this. You can talk then. I'm sorry? I mean, I am here, so you can speak towards me. Yeah, and I'm like that too. I like to listen to other people talk. I don't like to talk myself. I'd rather talk with you. Oh, I'd rather talk with you than at you. Oh. Well? What? One of us has to start, or tell me a fun fact about yourself. Sure, I like fun facts. Let's hear a fun fact. What qualifies as fun? I guess I'm not sure. Tell me anything you like. I'm Klaus. There's not much to say about me, I guess. Sorry. Don't worry about it, bud. Here, maybe I can give you a jumping off point. You're like a fearsome dragon slayer, right? I am a knight. Is that a yes or a no? I do a variety of tasks, whatever is asked of me, including dragon slaying. Oh, oops. Including dragon slaying. Oh, he's a dragon killer. It's okay. I like him anyway. He seems cool. There we go. That's exciting. What's a real dragon like? Big. Sometimes red. Sometimes not. Red are my favorite dragons. I love red dragons. He's really not much of a talker, huh? I think we've established that, Gil. There's nothing wrong with it. Really, let it go. Sorry that I am not. Why don't you tell me something instead? Sure, I can show you how a real chatterbox does it. Well, where to start? I'm a big reader, though I haven't had as much time as I would have liked for reading because of school. I ramble on about my favorite stories. It's easy to talk to him, even if he doesn't say much in response. I go on and talk for a while until he cuts me off suddenly, putting his arm out in front of my chest. Don't move. He's tense and alert, staring at the underbrush. My heart quickens. What sort of animals are in these parts anyway? Stay very, very still. Saying that, he slowly crouches down and extends his arm. He cups something in his hand and stands back upright before showing me. A mouse. Aww. I love mice. Mice aren't you. If it was a spider, I'd be like you. I like mice, though. It's so cute. How did you do that? Aww, that's adorable. So precious. I am, good with animals. She's not too scared, if you want to pet her. I reach out with one finger. I feel like anything would crush her. She's so delicate. Aw, she's so soft. The way he looks at this tiny mouse cupped in his hand is so tender. He's usually so stoic and intimidating. I think it hadn't even crossed my mind that he could be so gentle. That's because you don't judge people by their appearances, Gales. You give them a chance, and then, wait and see. Yeah, he's a nice guy, you can tell. Good for him. It's certainly easier to picture him fighting dragons than what I'm seeing right now. And yet, I'm not totally surprised either. There you go. There you go, Gales. Good for you. There's just something about the way he acts, the way he holds himself. It's funny, I barely know him, but I just get this feeling of safety from him. I mean, yeah, he's a knight. Isn't that what he does? He, fights for country and people and protects his lands and all that. I'm pretty sure it's in the job description. He carefully puts it back on the ground and it scurries off. Gills. Yeah? I really liked hearing about your favorite stories. I hope you'll tell me more stories sometime. I'd love to, and maybe I'll wring a few stories out of you yet. Perhaps so. I guess I got to see some new sides of Klaus today after all. We complete the trail loop and head home. What a day. I pretty much collapse in my bed and fall asleep almost instantly. Gills. Klaus gently nudges me awake, staring down at me intently. Whoa, hi Klaus. Good morning. He nods, then places a plate on my stomach. I carefully sit up so I don't knock it over. It's almost overflowing with a continental breakfast, and an American breakfast, and something I couldn't really identify. Wow, this is fancy. I wasn't sure what you liked. You made all this? The others wanted to get started with today's tasks, so they sent me to wake you up. They sent you? After yesterday, they think we are close. I mean, we've just known each other like a couple days. One day? How many days has it been? I think it's been a couple days. Do you think we are? Well, I do. I'm glad. Please join us in the store when you are ready. Alright, thanks for the food. He's already halfway out the door when I say it. I get ready for the day, going through my usual morning routine. When I get downstairs, everyone is waiting in the shop. Hey guys, good morning. There's a little chorus of greetings in response. I look around to see that all the craft supplies are out and ready to be used. I check the checklist to make sure we're on track. To-do list, day 1, clean up the place. Done. Day 2, buy supplies, see back a note for a list of what we need. Yep, did that. Day 3, design something fun for the display case. Getting an early start on the display. We didn't want to start without you, but yeah, we thought it would be nice to be ready. But then we couldn't agree on how to do it. Or rather, they couldn't see the fact that my idea was the best. I can see some people, Mac, getting ready to argue again, so I step in. Well, Rosamel and Emma's had a great idea in the store, you know, the one with the cornucopia books. Oh yeah, we can do that, no problem. Why should we do their idea? What are the rest of us supposed to contribute? Labor? Yeah? I'm an ideas man. I don't know what a cornucopia is. There's a general murmur of uncertainty among Mac, Klaus, and Nightshade. I mean, we can save here, but I'm probably just gonna... Yeah, they brought the materials. The materials we have were specifically chosen for the display they had in mind. We can't change the plan now. Just like you 3 got to pick the food in the house, so you get to pick the meals. It's only fair. Hardly. But it's your shop. If you want an ugly display, I suppose it's your call. Gee, thanks. Here, why don't I make the background and you each get to make one decoration to add to the display. Whatever you want. That seems to appease them. At least they seem satisfied that nobody is contributing more than the others. I was thinking of showcasing all your genres in the window display, so why don't you just make something to represent yourself? That's a good idea. I think we can handle that. What do you say, boys? Fine. A simple enough task. Aye, not a problem. What fun! I breathe a sigh of relief as everyone starts digging through the craft supplies. Now I can get a start on the bulk window display. Shouldn't be too hard. It's mid-afternoon by the time I get the table set up. Now the worst part is trying to decide whether or not to put nails in the wall. I decide it has to be done. I'm up on a ladder, arm cocked to hammer in the first nail when I feel a tug on the hem of my sweater. Amos is standing there, a shy smile on his face. Here, Gales. I hope you like it. Amos hands me a diorama. It's a mystery scene covered in tiny footprints and 3-dimensional clues. It's really adorable and detailed. I would bet there actually is a solvable mystery laid out in it. That's incredible. I bet Buggy always had the best projects in class. Buggy always had the best project in class. Well, I can never stop myself from helping a little. Oh, and I have Max here too. Aw, that's cool. He hands out an intricately carved wooden ship. He was too shy to bring it over himself. Don't be telling stories about me, Easterbrook. I look over toward the window where Mac is sitting, and he immediately looks away. I giggle. It's beautiful, Mac. Ought to be. I climb down off the ladder and place the 2 pieces on the table. I'll set them up more intentionally when I've got all of them. I give them a little nod, and I'm just about to climb back up the ladder when... Give it over here, you great buffoon! What? I whip my head around to see Nightshade trying to wrestle a hot glue gun out of Klaus's hands. It looks a little bit like a squirrel trying to scrabble through a brick wall. I rush over. What's going on here? Not that it's any of your affair, but I'm trying to finish my display element and the idiot is hogging the bonding agent. My horse. He holds out 2 halves of a crudely molded clay horse. It could really use some glue right about now. See? But it might be easier if you just fix it with more clay. It's not too dry yet. While Klaus is distracted, Nightshade snatches the glue gun from his hands. That's what I've been trying to tell him. Nightshade takes the gun and attaches a few more rhinestones to the pot of some alien-looking plant he's gotten from who knows where. The pot is shakily planted to look like some galaxy I couldn't guess the name of, and the rhinestones are presumably stars. It's kind of pretty. They're accurate, too. Huh? The stars on my pot, they're an accurate map of my galaxy. A rhinestone becomes unstuck and falls to the floor. With a somewhat generous margin of error. Wow, that's really incredible, Doctor. I can't believe... how do you like my horse? Huh? Oh. Klaus is holding out his horse, now reunited as a single piece by a band of clay wrapped around its middle. It's, lovely, Klaus. Nay. That's cute. Nightshade and I stare at Klaus as he gives the horse a little shake. Its 2 halves start sliding apart again. Poor thing. Ta-da! Just then, something sticky is plopped on my head. Ew! I yelp in horror as some of the goo runs into my hair. Oh no. Rosamel! He gasps dramatically. Oh my! You're beautiful! Jesus. I take the thing off my head to see what he's talking about. It's a paper crown cut out rather clumsily with all sorts of bits and bobs glued on. Aren't you an artist? A poet! I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but it's pretty, isn't it? It brings out your eyes. It's unique. Oh, I need those. Klaus reaches over and plucks 2 googly eyes right off the crown. Ah! What? What? At the sound of the scream, Max stands up silently, smacking his head against the bookcase beside him. The bookcase starts to tilt. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Amos and Mac tried to keep the bookcase from falling over. Give it back, you cretin! I glanced back, and Nightshade and Klaus are fighting over the glue gun again, with Rosamel tugging on Klaus's other arm, desperately pleading for his jewels back. I guess it went as well as I could have expected. They're like a bunch of children. That's great. But I did get some very cute little trinkets out of it for the display once the chaos died down. After cleaning up the mess we made, I throw myself onto my bedspread, pulling out my aunt's list to cross off the final item. I was really worried when I first saw everything she wanted me to do in just one weekend, but it wasn't so hard. It didn't hurt that I had 5 more helpers than I was expecting. This weekend has been so busy, I feel like I barely got to know them. As tired as I am, I sit up in bed determined to go spend some more time with one of the guys before they have to go home tomorrow. Who should it be? Let's save. But I think we shall stick with Klaus for this time, because I liked him. He was cool. We had a little connection. I felt it there. I had a nice time hanging out with Klaus the other day. Maybe I could see if he's free again. I'll just have to make sure I don't take him anywhere with mice. I peek into the kitchen and living room, but I don't see him. I head downstairs, but I don't see him by the books. Could he have gone out? I hope he's careful. He doesn't seem to totally get cars yet. I glance at the shelves. Well, I could always read. This one looks interesting. I start flipping through the pages. Gills. Ah! I whip around and there's Klaus with his eye piercing right through me. His hand is over my mouth in a second. Don't scream. Oh my god. My heart is thundering so fast it almost hurts. It's just me. Do you remember where we put the flower? Really? Did you have to be that dramatic about it? What? I grab his arm and he lets me move his hand without resistance. Klaus? Please stop screaming. Did I do something wrong? You scared the daylights out of me. Why did you grab me? You screamed. Loud. I wanted you to see it was just me, so you would not be scared. Somehow he's the one who looks terrified right now. I can't help but sigh. Jesus, I was half a second away from kneeing you in the nuts, you know? Is he covered down there? Maybe. Looks like that might be chainmail. I think he might have been okay. Thank you for not. You might not be so lucky next time. Anyway, what was this all about? You wanted flour? If it's okay, I would like to use your kitchen to bake a cake. Oh yeah, he did cook that breakfast for me earlier, though baking a cake is a little more complicated than frying an egg. Yeah, it's not too hard. I bake cakes all the time. It's not that bad. But yeah. It's easier if you're just using like a box, but if you're making it from scratch if he's making it with flour, then yeah, obviously he's from a fantasy area, you'd want to make it from scratch. So yeah, it is a little more complicated, but I think Klaus knows what he's doing. Yeah, sure, go for it. Klaus nods and disappears upstairs. I go back to reading. In this chapter, the hero has to... Does the fire go in the little drawer under the stovetop? Oh gosh, he doesn't know how to use that oven. What? Never mind. I will figure it out again. No. Hey! I run after him. Good idea. Klaus is inspecting the oven where I get there. You don't start any fires. You just press the buttons there to change the heat, okay? Aw, look at his little apron and the little pot holders. Aw, it's so cute. That's adorable. Adorable. I'm gonna hang out here and make sure you don't burn this place down. If you'd like to. I sit down at the table and he gets to work. He almost seems more in his element here than outside, despite the scary questions at the beginning. He's putting great care into every step, even though he hasn't pulled out any of the measuring cups yet. He's just pouring stuff in his hands. He's either a baking genius or a total idiot. Don't be mean. He's fine. Either way, I want it. Do you need any help? No. Do you want any help? You know, I enjoy your company, but I do not know if you are up to the task. What? You do not even have firewood. Excuse me, I bake cakes all the time, sir. I definitely know my way around the kitchen, and I definitely know how to bake a cake. Thank you very much. But, of course, Gales isn't me, so maybe Gales doesn't know how to bake a cake. I have no idea, so. At least I can work the oven. Okay, fine. I'm not much of a cook. Yeah, I can work the oven. I know my way around the oven. Klaus breathes hard through his nose, which almost seems like a laugh or some kind of horse-like acknowledgement of my skill. So can I help? Klaus hands me a bowl. Hold on. There is an extra apron. So you chose that one on purpose. Does it look bad? No, it looks adorable. Yeah. No, it's cute. I just didn't think cute was your style. Who am I kidding? He's adorable. He's got to be the cutest 6.5-foot dragon slayer I've ever seen. He is, yeah. I mean, yeah. He grabs a white apron with cherries on it from a hook next to the refrigerator and holds it out for me. I go to grab it, but he gently drapes it over my neck before I get the chance. Turn around. Who made you, boss? If you do not let me tie it, it will fail to do its duty and protect you. I chuckle and relent, turning away from him. He loops the ribbons, then slowly pulls them till the knot is secure. I try to ignore thoughts about how big his hands are and how close together we're standing, but I'm only human. Yep, yeah, that's valid. Is my armor battle ready? I think you will survive. He grabs a pan full of batter and sticks it in the oven, closing the door. Hey! What? You're already done? With the cake, yes. Then what's the apron for? What's the bowl for? I left the bowl and he handed me, for emphasis, frosting. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't know people actually made frosting. I thought it just came out of a tub. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, can confirm Gales has never made a cake from scratch, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure most people probably haven't, unless you've an interest in baking or cooking, or you're a stay-at-home mom, and you're cheap, and you don't like to buy cakes from the store because it's a lot cheaper to just make it yourself. But yeah, it's valid. Maybe now you understand why I was worried about your capabilities. But this recipe is so simple, a rock troll could complete it. All you have to do is mix powdered sugar and milk. How much? Just more sugar than milk. You'll see. Right. Has anyone ever told you you're a great teacher? I have never had to teach before. I usually add butter to my frostings too, but sugar and milk, it's gonna be kind of liquidy and kind of thin and watery, I'd imagine. The butter would help thicken it up, make it easier to, actually stick to the cake, I imagine. But whatever. I'm not here to question, not here to judge. Klaus grabs another bowl, immediately doing more complicated things than he asked of me. If he can do all that, I can handle sugar and milk. Probably. Not even sword lessons? I have never been tasked with such a quest. And you only do what you're tasked to. I am a knight. Little more than a tool. I mean, kinda. Knights are lords. So, I mean, they do usually serve a king and stuff like that, but yeah, they pretty much have pretty good control over their lives. Sounds like you're very dutiful. Did someone task you with being a baker? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being tasked as a baker. I'll go with the first one. I pride myself on that. But you must get a little tired of just getting bossed around all the time, right? Not particularly. I find serving others to be very fulfilling. If I can use my might to ease the troubles of others, I think it is noble. Wow, spoken like a true knight. We fall into a comfortable quiet. Whatever he's mixing now is taking a lot more work than before. Oh, I think his bicep might be bigger than my whole head. Okay. I mean, it's kind of covered up with sleeves, but okay. I avert my eyes back to my sugary goop, hoping my face isn't too red. Not that I should be worried about Klaus not noticing anything. I sneak a glance at him just to see, and we lock eyes. I avert my eyes again, but puff out a little laugh. I feel silly. I'm acting like a school kid with a crush. Klaus. Before I could say anything, the oven timer goes off. He takes out the cake. It smells really good. You were saying something? Forget it. Do I just pour this on? Not quite. I made a frosting to cover the cake. Your icing is for decorating. Oh, cool. How are we decorating it? How would you like it? How about we make it a thank you cake for everybody? Or can you do a heart? Aww. Since it's ours, easily. He starts frosting the cake. Was that hint too subtle? I mean, it wasn't subtle at all. Yeah, no, it really wasn't. I mean, if I pick there's a romance option, I'm gonna pick for the romantic option, but it might have gone over his head. I mean, maybe he's not thinking about that at all. But was it too subtle for a guy as thick-headed as Klaus? That's kind of mean. Don't be dissing the guy. He's sweet. Unless he understood it perfectly and pretended he didn't because he didn't want to be rude. Ugh, one way or another, I feel like an idiot. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but at times it seems, perhaps, you enjoy my company as well. Well, it's all or nothing now. If that's night talk for I find you smoking hot, then you're right. I mean, yeah, but he's more than just hot. Don't be so shallow. He's also sweet and cute and good with animals. And, you know, he's very calm and chill. And, you know, he doesn't, you know, he's good at baking and stuff. So yeah, that's very attractive. It's not just that he's hot. Come on, Gales, you can do better than that. I often do not know what to make of you, Gales, but I am glad you find me attractive. Aw, it's very cute. There's a little mouse there. Oh, that's just precious. So adorable. I feel similarly. You feel similarly? Come on, you can give me something a little more passionate than that. I mean, Gales, you weren't all that. You have no right to talk, Gales. You really don't. That is exactly what the cake is for. If I am not expressing myself correctly, I hope that when you eat this, you can taste my feelings. Aww. See, now Klaus is being really cute and caring and considerate and actually showing affection and whatnot. Showing affection. Gales is just being shallow and like, dude, you're hot. I dig you. I'm just saying. Klaus cuts a slice of cake and hands it to me wordlessly. He takes off his apron, balling it up and tossing it casually into the hamper. The gesture is so modern to me, I can't help but smile. Sometimes it was obvious Klaus was from another world, painfully obvious. But sometimes he seemed perfectly normal, like a guy I could have dated before. That thought certainly gives me ideas. I shake my head to clear it and focus on the cake I've been given. I scoop up a forkful and try it. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Klaus. Seriously, this might be the best cake I've ever had. He goes over to the fridge and pulls out a gallon of milk, giving me an inquisitive look and giving it a little shake. I laugh behind my hand. Sure, thanks. You're a mind reader. He gives me a glass of milk. Is there anything else I can do? Try to read my mind again, or I'm more than okay. What do you want? This one sounds kind of flirty, so I'm gonna go with that one, because I like to be flirty. Right. Klaus spreads his feet a little, getting into a stance, and I close my eyes and rub my temples, trying to project my thoughts into his mind. Did you get it? You want a pony. Not what I was thinking, but I wouldn't say no to a pony. I was thinking nothing would go better with warm cake and a glass of milk than curling up with a book. So why don't you pick something out and we can sneak away to my room? Klaus nods and we split up. I'm getting settled in my beanbag chair when Klaus comes in. I got the book. Klaus sits cross-legged on the floor next to me. Are you comfortable? We could sit on the bed if that's better. That won't be necessary. Well, just say so if you change your mind. Alright, let me see what you grabbed. Klaus slides his own book in front of me. Wow, you're really gonna let me read this? It's not too personal or weird or anything. I want you to know, Gales. It is only fair if I let you know me, too. I am sure this will put it better than I could. Well, if you're okay with it, to be honest, I've been really excited to read this. Just let me know if I turn the pages too fast, okay? We shift around a little more for max comfiness and book visibility, and I start reading the story. I'm a few pages in when Klaus speaks up again. Gales. Yeah? Could you read it to me? Huh? I never learned. Aww, he doesn't know how to read. Oh. Aww. Yes, of course. Of course I'll read it. Here. You hold it so I can eat easier, and I'll read it out loud. Deal? Deal. I hand Klaus the book, and I begin again, this time out loud. The third spring of King Malcolm's reign was a beautiful one, blessed in all proceedings by the valiant services of his loyal knights. Chief among them was Sir Klaus, fourth in a long line nobleman dedicated to the military protection of their kingdom. Sir Klaus was tall and broad and befitted a knight, but it was his sage silence and dedication to traveling the kingdom, doing acts of mercy that endeared him to the people and the king. Today, on the Feast of the Solstice, Klaus had been summoned to Malcolm's great hall to be honored by his lords and fellows. The lords and their ladies were dressed in their finest ermine and silks, their parade of wealth in honor of the great man they were celebrating here today. The table was laden with 15 freshly slaughtered suckling pigs, 20 large geese, and venison hunted from the king's personal woods. We have gathered today on the spring solstice to honor the arrival of our best loved and most decorated knight, Sir Klaus, son of Ross, son of Youngest, son of Rothmeyer the Iron-Hearted, slayer of dragons. Not since the time of his great-grandfather has our kingdom known the protection of such a man. He is braver than any, willing to draw his sword on the behalf of anyone, great or small. No weariness or fear can deter him. King Malcolm raised his goblet. The rest in the hall followed suit. To Klaus! They drank, and deeply and ate heartily until they were sated. And now that we have eaten, Klaus, let us honor you with retellings of your triumphs, for we all know them well. Wow, you met the king? That's incredible. I was one of his favorites. He often talked to me of the troubles in the kingdom. Oh, so you were like an advisor? No, I was the one he sent to fix the troubles. Sir Gregovich, regale us with the tale of your adventure with Klaus. Sir Gregovich is florid in his description of the time Klaus, who was once again wandering the countryside, crossed his path while he was returning wounded from a battle with a chimera that was threatening the nearby village. He asked Klaus to try his sword against the chimera's plated skin because he had heard that Klaus's steel was so sharply honed and so powerfully wielded that no armor had been able to stop it yet. Ooh, is that true? I take care of it. And sure enough, Klaus's great sword rent the beast in twain, its blood falling to the earth and causing fresh, sweet grass to spread forth from stone. Wow, you're so brave. It was my duty. Even so. All the characters in the hall cheer for Klaus, and I give a little hooray to join in. Klaus doesn't laugh. Next, Sir Hofstadter, your tale. Sir Hofstadter also came across Klaus while he was wandering. You seem to do a lot of wandering, Klaus. He nods. I like to travel. When I found Klaus, he was 3 weeks upon the road to Helston, and I had naught but bread and water left in his saddlebags. I offered him a wheel of cheese, and we dined together on the edge of a dark wood. It was not long until a young girl from a nearby village came running down the path, her clothes covered in soot. Whoa there, girl, said I. What has happened? Why do you flee? She looked at us with fear in her pretty blue eyes. There's a fierce dragon attacking our village. It has overtaken the schoolhouse and burned down the mayor's home. Please, brave knights, please free us from this dragon scourge, I beg of you. The girl's eyes were filled with such piteous tears that my heart was moved to action. Klaus and I went with her to the village and saw there the beast she had described. Dragon. Its back was like a mountain, heaving with rancid devil's breath. Its head was like that of a salamander, its golden eyes with the slitted cat's pupils and teeth as long and terrible as our long swords. Very nice descriptions. I was, of course, terrified, but I drew my sword. I attacked the beast, looking to overtake it while it was unsuspecting, but I was easily rebuffed by a strong sweep of its claw. As I lay injured upon the ground, Klaus approached the beast, his sword and shield raised. I watched as Klaus approached the dragon. First, the beast swiped at him with a claw, and Klaus avoided the blow. Then it thrashed its tail, but he blocked the worst of the attack with his shield. Then, in desperation, the dragon swept him under its wing. I thought all was lost, but it was not long until the dragon lifted off into the sky, revealing Sir Klaus absconding with the creature's egg. When he returned, he was scorched, but alive. The dragon was slain and its spawn destroyed. Sir Klaus's strength and cunning had allowed him to best it single-handedly. You killed a dragon? All on your own? No. When I saw it was only a mother protecting its young, I thought if I just moved its nest, it would stop attacking the village. It was very painful. She kept hitting me with fire. It certainly would have been easier to just slay the beast. I really shouldn't come up with my own plans. Aw, no! No, Klaus. You did the right thing. Good for you. Not a dragon slayer, he's a dragon savior. Heck yeah. Don't say that, you did the right thing. It was really selfless of you to save those poor creatures. You think so? Of course I do, and it sounds like it worked if everyone thought the dragon had been killed. It was a good plan. I traced my finger along the page, trying to find where I had left off, when Klaus puts his hand on mine. Gales, could you tell me, does the story continue this way? What do you mean? I just haven't said a word yet. Everyone talks about me and tells me what to do, and I do it. Is that all there is? Oh, I guess we won't really know until the end. Klaus looks troubled, lost in thought. Everything okay? I wanted you to know me. I guess there isn't much to know. That's not true. These nightly deeds are really cool. Yeah, so insecure. Don't sell yourself short, man. You're awesome. It's what I do. But what about who I am? Do I not think? Do I not feel? Am I really nothing more than a sword? Klaus? Aw. No, definitely not. What about when you spared the dragon? Yeah. What do you mean? No one told you to do that. In fact, they told you to do the opposite. You put yourself through a lot of trouble because you cared, not because anyone made you do it. Even if the book doesn't say it, and even if nobody else sees it, you're a full thinking, feeling person, Klaus. A really nice person. Someone I'm really happy to know. Good job, Gales. I think Gales redeemed herself somewhat from the "you're hot" comment. Jesus. I like helping people. I do. But after meeting you, I want something. Not for anybody else's sake. I just want. Is that alright? You don't need to feel anyone's permission to feel things, or it's fine by me. Yeah, real. But what if I am feeling it wrong? Sometimes I see the way others behave and I just feel I am so different. What if I am doing it wrong? Does it feel wrong to you? Klaus looks at me like he's the only just now seeing me for the first time. Like he's seeing everything for the first time. No. It feels very right. I have never asked myself. I have never wondered how it felt to be me. You always do this to me, Gales. You shake my entire world up. The ground beneath my feet has not been steady since I've met you. Klaus reaches the hand out to brush against my cheek. His fingers are rough and callous, but he's trembling. Ah, so sweet. I love it. If I am too dizzy to stand, can I cling to you? I mean, sure. I mean, I might not be able to support all your weight, especially since you're wearing armor. You know, it's kind of heavy. Sure, Klaus, you can lean on me. It'll be like I'm your knight. Hopefully that's a metaphorical lean. I'm not that strong. Klaus laughs. I haven't heard him laugh like that before. Not just a little hiss of breath, but a laugh that grows in his chest and scrunches his whole face. Suddenly, it's my favorite sound. Would you allow me to spend the night at your side? Earlier, the suggestion would have made my heart stop in my chest, but now I think he really means he just wants to stay beside me and nothing more. Oh yeah, yeah, he's a total gentleman. You can tell. He definitely did not mean it that way. But yeah, I agree. I probably would have taken it the wrong way had it been any other guy except for this guy. And somehow, I couldn't imagine anything nicer. I'd love that. That night, I dream of brave knights, damsels in distress, fire-breathing dragons, and being trapped beneath a giant boulder. I wake up to find my suffocation dreams were based in reality, as Klaus's massive arm on my chest weighs about as much as a giant boulder. Yep, see, I knew it. Even his arm is too much. I tried to carefully squirm free without waking him up, but my movement makes him unconsciously grip me tighter. It's sweet. I'm going to die here, but it's still sweet. I look at him. His face is usually scrunched in focus or confusion, so he looks extra peaceful now. My eyes fall on his scars. I hope things will be peaceful for him from now on. Aw, look at his pajamas. So precious. Love it. He finally stirs. Gales. Did I wake you up? Not at all. The opposite, actually. With you in my arms, I could sleep well. About that. Next time, I'll be the big spoon. Yeah. You're kind of crushing my lungs. Apologies. Flustered, Klaus lets go of me and sits up. I get up with him and rest my head on his shoulder. But I'm not trying to sound ungrateful here. I don't mind a little crushing from a guy like you. This is very true. I giggle at his beet-red expression. Gales. Yeah? Thank you. For what? Everything, I guess. The happiness, mostly. Oh, Klaus. I don't think I've ever been happy like this. Gales. I want to stay here. With you. I am supposed to go back today. I want to disobey. That's funny, because that's exactly what I want too. Oh, yeah. Really? Really, Klaus, I... Hey, I completely forgot how did I do his voice. Hey, Gales, we're gonna be heading out now. Amos burst through the door, startling Klaus and I into pulling up the blanket as if there was anything to hide. Amos's goofy grin slowly falls as realization dawns. Oh my god. What? What? Rosamel pokes his head in too, whistling when he sees us. Now there's a knight in action! 3 days was all it took to win Gale's heart. Aw. I am so sorry. I thought you were alone. I mean, I could have been a decent for all you know. You know, a knock wouldn't hurt. What trouble are you two loudmouths causing now? Oh my god, they just keep coming, right? Sure, everyone just barge into my room. Macca takes one look at the mortifying scene before slamming the door shut, mercifully freeing us from prying eyes. Well, Klaus has been stunned silent. I clear my throat. I guess I should, see them off. I'll, be right back, okay? I quickly get changed and head out into the awkward silence. I might regret asking this, because I sincerely don't care, but isn't there supposed to be one more of us? Amos's face grows somehow redder. Mac rolls his eyes and Rosamel giggles. Klaus is going to be staying here. With me. Well, thank God I know that now. Nightshade opens his book. It's a seemingly random page, and it starts to glow. The other guys follow suit and put their books on the floor. How do you know how to do that? Never mind this boring old magic. I'd rather we talk about the happy couple. Mac gives Rosamel a little push as he finally falls into his book with a giggle disappearing. Sorry, again. I watch dumbfounded as the guys disappear, but I manage to wave to them, at least the very least. I shake my head and gather their books back up, placing them neatly on the table before turning back to the bedroom. Klaus is standing in the doorway. You were going to say something to me. I would like to hear it now. Oh, he knows. He just wants to hear it. Oh, right. I walk over to Klaus, standing on my tiptoes to wrap my arms around his shoulders. I love you, Klaus. I can't believe I almost forgot. Today is the grand reopening of the shop, which means my aunt will be back any minute. How am I going to explain this? Aw. That was great. That was very cute. Very sweet. I know I criticized a little bit of the details, but overall, generally, I really enjoyed it. Really great story, really great writing, great characters, great art, great music. Love the whole package. Really. Aside from a few I had a few qualms with a few minor details, but overall I wouldn't change a thing. I think it's perfect. I'd like to maybe see the other routes. I do really like Klaus. Like I said, I like the strong silent types and the cute little blushy faces. Is so adorable. And he was so sweet and so affectionate. Love to see that in a character. Especially romance characters. But yeah, really great. I'd give it a 5 out of 5, without a doubt. Really enjoyed it. Despite all my little, snide remarks, that's just my personality. I do it all the time. It happens. But yeah, loved it. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye.